Hello? Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have a Rhode Island license plate car with its lights on out there. SC948. That's a Rhode Island plate. SC948.
Good evening, everyone. If you have not yet found a seat, I would ask you to please do so at this time. We're going to start in just a couple of moments, and I also have a few logistical items to cover. First of all, in the event of an emergency, all of our exits are clearly marked. For any of you that need restroom facilities, they are in the hallway to my right. This would be the perfect time to double check that your cell phone is on vibrate. And finally, I would like for everyone to just be mindful of the fact that this ceremony is for our seniors. It's also for all of you as family members and friends and the entire class of 2013. We ask that there be a sense of dignity and decorum associated with this ceremony. Therefore, we ask that you please not let individual actions detract. Screaming and hollering after a name is called is unnecessary. This day belongs to each and every one of our seniors. Tasteful applause and even a mild cheer are certainly natural, but in cases where your celebration lasts too long, the next graduate's name cannot be heard, and that is unfair to that senior and his or her family. So once again, we will begin in about 3 more minutes. Thank you.
Like not even that. Chop and slice. And chop and slice. Chop and slice. Wrong way. Chop, slice.
How about
Chop.
for our senior break,
Slice.
instead of playing, Cody! Cody!
I'm not dead yet, David. But I'm not dead yet.
I want to see you, Cody. Cody!
I am a witch. You are? Of course you are. Well, I mean, I'm friends with your sister. Like, come on. With you to the ground, it's not safe. We shouldn't be allowed to public together. Yeah. First of all, we shouldn't be allowed to public at all. Guys, get around, please. Oh. I don't want to play this one time. Sam, can I just keep count? Wait, do you have a break? I have an extra half. Oh, yeah, you got time. Because I have like quarter rests everywhere. That's about it. Aaron. Just put, no, put a big line across. It's just like 1, 2, 3. I think I should just play that note the entire time. What's up with those weird like toes? It's called Velvet, sweetie. It's very posh. Velvet. The only problem is if you pet it like this too much, it like rides up its arm.
You know, you're medical, right?
Yeah.
You know muscles, yeah. You know, like your like that.
Like what we're supposed to do is doctor's office, check up, vital signs, CPR. No, we got it. I have Liz, Erica's sister.
You don't know who I am.
Shut up, Eric.
Please remain standing and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be immediately followed by our senior choir singing the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good evening. My name is Bill Rooney, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to these 144th commencement exercises for the Attleboro High School class of 2013. We have many honored guests that I would like to welcome this evening, so I would ask for you to please hold your applause. We're joined tonight by State Senator James Timilty, State Representative Paul Hero, Mayor Kevin Dumas, School Committee Chairman Michael Tyler, School Committee members, Vice Chairperson Brenda Furtado, Secretary Barbara Craw, William Larson, David Murphy, Kenneth Parent, Francis Zito. We're also joined by City Council members, President Frank Cook, Councilman Mark Cooper. From the Attleboro Public Schools, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Pia Durkin, Assistant Superintendent David Sawyer, Director of Special Education Marissa McCarthy, Business Manager Thomas Rose. The AHS administration and senior class staff, Assistant Principal Joseph Connor, Assistant Principal Elizabeth York, Career and Technical Education Director Susan Edmonds, Network Program Director Timothy Richmond, Events Manager, and the reason why we have such a nice ceremony tonight, Ms. Colleen Neslin, Senior Class Advisors Amanda Lynn Bessonnaire and Melissa Blaze. We have members of the Attleboro High School faculty, members of the Attleboro Public School District building administrators and faculty, family and friends of the class of 2013, but most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2013. My remarks tonight will be brief, but I would like for you to bear with me as I first of all take the opportunity to say hello to my mother, who's watching streaming live thanks to AACS in South Carolina. Hi, Mom. I just have a few thank yous. I want to thank this entire community, but especially the seniors, for welcoming me this year. Entering senior year should be exciting and carefree, but I'm sure that a new principal coming in especially from a rival school, had to be a little disconcerting. There were the rumors about the uniforms and taking away yoga pants and things like that. You all gave me a chance, and for that, I will be forever grateful. I hope that I didn't let you down. Without knowing it, you gave me 2 gifts, and I would like to elaborate on them. My dad, my dad was my hero. He was the football and basketball coach at a comprehensive high school in South Carolina. Everywhere we went in town, people always flocked to us. I got to ride the buses to his games. I got to wear the jersey on the sideline, which happened to be blue. For me, in elementary school, it was like rock star status. His players were constantly dropping by the house, even after they had graduated. He was part of the fabric of that community. I lost him when he was only 38 years old. I was 14. But my mom more than made up for it. By welcoming me into this community, you have given me the chance to follow in his footsteps in a city where the residents should be proud of their high school. Blue Pride is alive and well. I love talking to families and graduates at Stop and Shop, City Hall, or the fields at Ponce and Hewitt. I hate this tassel, by the way. So thank you, class of 2013, and the Attleboro community for giving me a chance to emulate my idol. Secondly, you gave me the gift of perspective. Before this year, I was lucky to work at 2 wonderful schools, but this year, I truly feel blessed. I see students differently now. Walking these halls, we have students who have challenges, students who may have different beliefs from one another. Basically, students who are not cut out of a cookie-cutter mold. And each day, you don't show tolerance. You're not accepting of one another. No, you genuinely appreciate each other for who you are, and you grow individually based on that appreciation of individuals' differences. That is a gift that I will always treasure. So thank you, class of 2013, for allowing me to be a better person because I was in your midst. I truly wish you the best. And in closing, I challenge you to make your indelible Blue Pride mark with all that you do. Thank you. And now it is with great pleasure that I turn the program over to the Mayor of the City of Attleboro, the Honorable Kevin Dumas.
Good evening and welcome to all of you. As Mayor of the City of Attleboro, I am honored to be a part of this 2013 commencement ceremony. And firstly, congratulations to the class of 2013. Those of us who are here in this large gymnasium this evening and those who are watching from the auditorium and those at home, we're joining in your joy this evening as well as your family and your friends. I would be remiss this evening if I didn't mention that we were losing our Superintendent of Public Schools, Dr. Durkin, to New Bedford, and that 7 years of her dedication and working with the staff throughout this district, and you have had the largest impact on that of 7 years of her direction. Dr. Durkin, we're going to miss you. Thank you so much. And also, as you just heard from Principal Rooney, his fantastic year with all of you, and we've turned him from green to blue. So congratulations, Principal Rooney, and this class for a fantastic year, and we're so happy you're with us. So many thanks to Dr. Durkin, to the school committee, the faculty, the staff, and the relatives who are here tonight and who are at home for the dedication that you have made to all of these young people that have led to this very day. We as a city have provided the foundation for your education. However, it's now up to you to be able to continue to learn and excel in your lives. Please be mindful of how important it is to set out for your goals and for your objectives that you personally want to achieve. And I want you to know that you have the ability to do anything that you want to do in this world. And it's important for you to know that you are the ones who are going to be holding yourselves accountable for those actions and goals, and for your successes, and above all, your future is in your hands. I set my goal of being mayor when I was sitting in your shoes 19 years ago at this very school, and I achieved it. And I can only imagine what great deeds all of you will do in our world. And as you leave the doors of this school, may you never forget the importance of reaching out and helping others. Every time kindness is instilled by you to others, it makes our community a better place overall. And as your community leader, I do wish all of you, all 368 of you, the very best, and to take all of your treasured experiences during your school years and go out to the world and succeed. And I'd like to share you a quote from our good friend Dr. Seuss from Oh, the Places You'll Go. Because congratulations, today's your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head and you have shoes in your feet, and you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guide to decide where you'll go. Once again, my sincerest congratulations to the class of 2013, and best wishes to you all. Great job. Very proud of you.
I'm going to come back up one time. There's not going to be this tassel here anymore. Thank you, Mayor Dumas. Now it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you the Superintendent of the Attleboro Public Schools, Dr. Pia Durkin.
Well, since Mr. Rooney gave a shout out, I would be remiss if I didn't, because not only are we streaming throughout the country, but my son in South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa, is watching this live too. So a shout out to him. I think we started something, Mr. Rooney. Okay. Mayor Dumas, members of the school committee, public officials, honored guests, administrators, teachers, parents, friends, and very importantly, students of the class of 2013. Good evening and welcome to the 144th graduation of Attleboro High School. Yes. You all look terrific, by the way. You absolutely look terrific. I wish you were up here seeing yourselves, but you look terrific. As you get ready to receive your diplomas, you know that there are many people who made this day possible for each of you. I'd like to ask the grandparents of our graduates who are here to please wave with both hands here and in the auditorium, and let's give them a round of applause. There they are. Next, I'd like to ask the parents of our graduates to please wave. Let's give them a round of applause. Woo! And last but not least, if you are one of the 700 staff members that are part of this great school district who teaches, leads, and supports students or helps keep our buildings safe and clean, please wave and let's give them a round of applause. When I started to put my speech together, I had a little trouble trying to frame a very simple message that I wanted you to take with you tonight, along with your diplomas. We've been together 7 years. Many of you I know since the end of elementary school. So I hope that these thoughts and words will resonate with you. On an ordinary day, we wake up, we get dressed, we say goodbye to our loved ones, and we walk out the door to face the day, never knowing what the day will bring. Most days are routine, and we can pretty much predict what's going to happen during that day. But every once in a while, we experience something out of the ordinary, and we find ourselves faced with a choice that we never imagined would come our way. But making that choice somehow defines who we are and what we stand for. The Boston doctor who just crossed the marathon finish line after running 26 miles finds himself racing toward the medical tent to begin treating the wounded. The nurse visiting from California, who uninjured but shook from the blast, crawls to a young woman nearby who is badly hurt. She asks for her name and holds her hand, saying, "You're going to be okay. I'm not going to leave you. Stay with me now." And she does, until an ambulance whisks her away. The mother who lost her son to gang violence and started a Walk for Peace every year on Mother's Day to raise money for violence prevention so that others would be spared her pain. The Midwest college student who is headed to his final state championship track and field, but he gets a phone call as a result of something he signed up for in his freshman year. He learns he is a match for a bone marrow transplant for a patient who has only 6 months to live. When he tells his coach he won't be able to compete because of the timing of the medical procedure, his teammates tell him they will win it just for him. And right here in AHS, choices abound. A week ago at U.S. Senior Barbecue, I watched one of our graduates who communicates in ways other than speaking because of his disability be surrounded by a burly group of classmates, sharing high fives, eating burgers together, and simply hanging out. I heard a young woman tell a poignant story of how she struggled to complete her coursework here against difficult odds and listened as her friends cheered her on, telling her, "We knew you could do it." I've seen you work through Team Up, Project Unite, Polar Plunge, Special Olympics, homeless nights, fundraise for countless charities, and win, yes, win, the National Gold Student Council Award. So the question becomes, how will you take the days ahead of you, ordinary days, and create those extraordinary moments that tell the world who you are? Will you back away or get involved? Will you stay aloof because it's more comfortable, or take a risk and show you care? Will you ignore someone's pain because you're too busy, or take the time to make them feel better? When you suffer a setback or a loss, will you let anger eat at you, or turn that anger into doing something good for others? Will you take an ordinary day, and when you have the choice, be someone extraordinary? When you look back on these 4 years, you will remember the good times, the tough times, your accomplishments, and maybe some things you missed. But now you have the future to plan for. I say to you, dear graduates, stay optimistic and don't worry about being naive. All of us dread being around negative people who complain, lash out, and zap the energy out of us. All of us want to be around people who give us hope, encourage new ideas, and see problems as new opportunities to make things better, regardless of what you choose in life. And I know you, class of 2013, will choose and do well. Never take for granted the simple power of human kindness and what you can choose to do to make an ordinary day be part of something bigger than yourselves. So, my dear Attleboro kids, I now come to my very simple message to you. Be extraordinary. Bless you, good luck, and congratulations.
Dr. Durkin. Dr. Durkin, not only on the behalf of the class of 2013, but on the behalf of all students who have benefited during your tenure in Attleboro's journey towards excellence, we proudly present you with this remembrance of your impact here.
And now, please join me in welcoming the salutatorian of the class of 2013, Abigail Oliver.
Good evening, Mayor Dumas, Dr. Durkin, Principal Rooney, members of the school committee, Attleboro Public School teachers and staff, friends, family, and most importantly, the Attleboro High School class of 2013. I am humbled, honored, and truly terrified to be giving the salutatory address this evening. But before I begin offering what is bound to be wise, life-changing words of advice, I have a confession to make. I am scared. Not because of the 100 "this speech better be good" faces I'm looking at, and not because I was recently told I was going to need a step stool to see over this very podium. I'm scared because of the uncertainty of the future. I don't know what will happen years, days, hours, even minutes after I leave this stage, and to me that ambiguity is frightening. Dr. Seuss writes about the amazing places we'll all go in life, but he doesn't say how to get there. Robert Frost encourages us to take the road less traveled, but he doesn't mention the difficulties we'll face along the way. The truth is, going someplace new, whether it is college, a job, or the military service, is always unsettling. Some people are able to ignore that feeling and easily adapt to new environments. I am no such person. That's why the thought of going to college, a completely foreign environment, is nerve-wracking. I'm expected to befriend people I've never met, to excel in harder level classes, and to survive without my mom's diagonally cut peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. However, when I think about these circumstances, minus the sandwich, I realize I've been through this very situation before. Because when you boil it down, isn't starting college or a career the same as entering high school? New faces, new buildings, new teachers, new bosses. This epiphany brought me back to August 2009 when we dreadfully entered AHS as frenzied freshmen for the first time. Now, my older sisters had already told me stories about the high school that had me worried. Tales about Miss Izzy's calculus tests and how the festive butterfly and candy cane borders were only meant to sugarcoat the impossible problems they enclosed. Or how the reason no one voluntarily swims in the pool is because the water will turn your skin green, and because it is a known fact that a girl's hair will never dry if she gets even a drop of water on it. So as I took my tour that freshman evening, my sister's scary stories, combined with the realization that I was small enough to fit into the yellow rusted lockers, caused two things to happen. One, the song "Welcome to the Jungle" repeated over and over in my head as I weaved through the confusing buildings. And two, I started to run for the closest exit. Of course, I couldn't find this exit, and instead, I was handed an AHS freshman year survival kit by an upperclassman. This plastic bag contained several everyday objects: an eraser, a paperclip, a piece of gum, and a blue sheet of paper, the key to the less literal meaning of these trinkets. I have kept this blue paper ever since that night, and I hope that reciting some of these survival tools tonight will reinforce the fact that no matter what comes after high school, we've all been dealt a similar challenge in the past. And judging by the fact that you sit before me today, I'd say you handled that situation quite well. The first survival tool was a lifesaver, which, as the blue sheet made clear, was to remind you that you can go to any adult in the school for help. In the wake of the challenges we will undoubtedly face next year, I remind you that you will never be stranded, and there will always be a source of support somewhere. You'll make new friends and meet new people who will guide you on your journey. The second object was a penny. Considering the financial burdens we all face in the upcoming years, I think it would be more beneficial to offer you and your parents a trillion pennies. But the particular penny I'm referencing was included to remind us to use our common sense. Life after high school is defined by newfound independence, and the places you go, the things you do, the people you associate with, they're all yours to choose. I ask you to keep a penny in your pocket when making these decisions and to use your common sense. According to the blue sheet, the pink eraser, and our survival kit was a reminder that we can start every day with a clean slate. Today, we've each been handed our own clean slate. Well, all of us except the 20 of you going to UMass Amherst, your slate still has a few student marks on it. Still, even those 20 students will have a chance to start over, erase their past if they so choose. The mistakes you made in high school and the troubles that have followed you will disappear. Next year is a new start, when we're allowed to erase the past and reinvent ourselves. But there are some memories and friendships that we will want to hold on to. I must admit, there's still a locker in the locker room with a pair of my soccer cleats in it, because I can't bring myself to empty it. Wanting to conserve some of these memories is why the all-knowing survival kit provided us with a piece of gum to stick together as the class of 2013. When we leave today, we don't have to wipe our slates completely clean. Similar to using an AHS chalkboard eraser, which never manages to completely erase anything, we can preserve our lasting memories made during our time here at AHS. Remember those filling up the seats around you, the loved ones sitting in those uncomfortable bleachers, and the lucky ones relaxing in the auditorium. These are the people who have helped you get to today. So, as we head down unfamiliar roads, I ask you to remember the reassuring words we've all heard on the radio 100 times this past year. Just know you're not alone, because you can always call this place your home. Leaving Attleboro High School that August evening, plastic baggie in hand, I felt prepared. Prepared but still nervous, because even those with the proper tools can't predict the future. As I stand in front of you this evening, I acknowledge that I am still nervous. By now, we all know what the next stage of our life is, but life beyond that preliminary step is often hazy. For me, the challenge is not where I'm going to college, because we all know that was predetermined years ago, but rather what I'm going to study once I get there. Finding that blue survival guide a few weeks ago couldn't quell this fear, so I turned to a piece of paper I received in the mail last summer during the college recruitment process. Now, most of the pamphlets, letters, and magazines I received went directly into the recycling bin before even being opened, mostly because they didn't reside within the 100-mile radius my parents had drawn from my house. One paper stood out from the rest because it had a Dumbledore quote on it. Now, for those of you who know me, you know that like Miss Krieger, I love Harry Potter. And for those of you who don't know me, I'll prove that love by sheepishly admitting that I wrote my college essay about J.K. Rowling's hit series. I'm going to leave you with this quote, not because of who said it, but because it resonated so strongly with the nerve-wracking, unsure of what I want to do with my life part of me. It says, "It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be." We may not know it yet, but we are the future doctors. We are the next teachers. We are the upcoming professional soccer players. We are the next senators. We are the future painters and singers. We are the next senior vice presidents of financial corporations. We are the upcoming chess masters and future top chefs. We are the next engineers. We, the Attleboro High School class of 2013, are the future, and don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce not only our National Gold Council Student Council President, but also the valedictorian of the class of 2013, Jonathan Gyra.
Good evening, honored guests, administrators, teachers, families, friends, and most importantly, fellow graduates of the class of 2013. After 4 short years, all of our hard work has paid off, and we are now here, ready to graduate, to move on with our lives. We all know that if it weren't for certain people in our lives, we would not be where we are today, and I'd like to take this time to thank them. First, to the parents. Thank you for being by our side for everything and for dragging us out of bed every morning. If it weren't for your constant nagging, pushing, and encouragement, we most definitely would not be here. To the teachers, both the ones we've loved and the ones we've loved to hate, thank you for putting up with us. You unselfishly shared your time, talent, and knowledge. Perhaps most importantly, you were more than just teachers, as you taught us life lessons and were always there for us to talk about anything with. I especially want to thank Ms. Blaze and Ms. Bessanair, who mounted up to be our class advisors just 2 years ago. We know that both of you were on the verge of mental breakdowns this year, but don't worry, we're almost gone now. And then, fellow graduates, there's all of us. If it weren't for all of our friends sticking by our side through everything, whether it be dealing with everyday high school drama or ranting about the same awful class we have, we most definitely would not be sitting here right now, ready to receive our diplomas. The number 13 is usually associated with lucky and unlucky things, and the class of 2013 has definitely had their share of both. When Mr. Newman stepped down last year, we were lucky that we were able to find such an outstanding principal to fill his shoes in our final year here at AHS. On the other hand, we are unlucky that the school is getting a new track and field after we graduate, and quite literally as they start construction tomorrow. Soon, however, these unlucky things will be trivialities of the past as we move on to the next phase in our lives and focus on what is really important. We will forget many of the things that happened in high school as we grow older, but it will be the friends and the memories that we have made with them that will stick with us. Be sure to hold them close. Right now, take a look around you. See your friends, acquaintances, and even enemies. Take in this moment, as this is the last time we will all be together as an entire class. While we will have our class reunions down the road, it will never encompass everyone that is here today at this moment. Remember to never lose touch with those that you have grown up with. While, yes, this is the end of our high school days, it is better to look at it as a new beginning with the slate wiped clean. It is just an end to a chapter and the beginning of a new one in the book that is our lives. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Our life is an apprenticeship to the truth, that around every circle another can be drawn, that there is no end in nature, but every end is a beginning, and under every deep, a lower deep opens." As we grow older, our life becomes increasingly complex. Many different layers are formed from our own different experiences and from the people we have met along the way who have forever left their mark on us. This is what makes each of our individual lives unique and worth living. With the world we live in becoming more and more competitive each day, I urge all of you to be prepared for it. All of us are capable of great things, as long as we set high expectations for ourselves, put in the effort, and let go of our fears. Those who do achieve greatness in life are the ones who never stop vying for their goals and dreams. Be prepared for the curveballs that life throws you, and never let anyone or anything dictate what you can or cannot accomplish. Giving in to hard times and discouragement is the downfall to many. You want to be happy with the life that you're living when you hit 50, so be sure to never wander from your true aspirations and dreams. In whichever direction you're heading after today, whether it be college, the military, or the workforce, be sure to not let high school be the best years of your life, as this is not your peak. You have your entire life ahead of you. Take it by storm. Be the best you can be wherever you go, and always know that the limit does not exist of where you can end up. Live up to the challenges presented before you with your head held high. For 18 years, we've been living a routine life with people telling us what to do. Today marks that point in our lives where we don't know what the next day will bring and where we are the true masters of our own choices and destinies. With that said, cherish yesterday, Live for today and reach for tomorrow. Live with no regrets, but also know that what you've done in the past doesn't necessarily have to determine your future. At any time, you can decide to start from scratch and go an entirely different route in life. As John Wayne once said, tomorrow is the most important thing in life. It comes into us at midnight very clean. It's perfect when it arrives, and it puts itself in our hands. It hopes we've learned something from yesterday. Nothing we do changes the past, but everything we do does change the future. And your future, as of today, is simply a blank page, just waiting for your story to unfold, and with others waiting to see what you make of it. Well, fellow graduates, I think it's time that we go out and show the world why the class of 2013 is the best that anyone has ever seen. Congratulations and best of luck on all of your future endeavors. Now let's graduate already.
And now I'd like to call to the podium Zoe Parker, President of the Class of 2013, who will offer her reflections and pass the time key to the coming senior class of 2014.
Honored to have the opportunity to speak today. High school has been an unforgettable journey that has surely prepared us for the future, whatever that may hold. To start, I would like to thank all of those who have helped every one of us get to this point and have supported us along the way. To all the faculty and staff at AHS, our friends and family, thank you. I'd like to personally thank my parents for all they have done for me. I'd also like to give a big thanks to my fellow officers and members of our class council. We've gotten to bond and get to know each other a lot over these 4 years through setting up for numerous dances, having all those car washes, and hanging out at all those movie nights that no one really showed up to. And to Ms. Blaze and Ms. Bessonnier, thank you so much for deciding to adopt us in our junior year and for putting up with all of our craziness and taking time out of your days to spend long hours just to make our high school experience the memorable journey it has been. For those of you that know me well, you can imagine that I had a hard time writing this speech. The fact that I'm an extreme procrastinator is only a small factor. The real reason is because I've been in complete denial that my high school career is actually coming to an end. Like many of you, Attleboro High School has been a place where I have found myself, and a place that I have truly enjoyed and am going to be sad to leave behind. With that being said, it's time for me and all of you to accept the fact that our time at Attleboro High is over, and it is now time for us to embrace the exciting adventures that await us. Individually, our experiences here are unique, but together we share a common bond as members of the class of 2013 and soon to be graduates of Attleboro High School. It is now time for me to pass down the key to the school to the president of the class of 2014, Carly Russell. I have no doubts that Carly will do great things in her year to come and in the rest of her life. Carly, I'm sure you've heard this over and over again, but I just wanted to say that your senior year truly does fly by. Now, don't look at that as something to be afraid of, but instead see it as an opportunity to make the most of every single one of those speedy days and live them to their absolute fullest. There is no one that I could be more proud to pass this key down to. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you, and congratulations, everyone. We did it. Woo!
it is now my distinct pleasure to present the prestigious Metcalf Awards. Ms. Helen W. Metcalf was both an English teacher and an assistant principal at Attleboro High School from 1880 to 1898. In 1919, the Pierian Club, a literary and social club that she helped to establish, created an award of a $5 gold piece to be given to the student receiving the highest grade in English during 4 years of high school. In loving memory of his sister, Mr. Lewis P. Metcalf established a trust fund to supplement this award. Currently, scholarships are awarded in 6 academic areas. I would ask the recipients to come forward when called upon. For second prize in foreign language, Taylor Larson. For first prize in foreign language, Kelsey Wagner. For second prize in social studies, Joseph Kelly. For first prize in social studies, Ashlyn Collins. For second prize in science, Allison Standley. For first prize in science, Jonathan Gyra. For second prize in mathematics, Keith Drucker. For first prize in mathematics, Morgan Martini. For second prize in academic excellence, Julia Berg. For first prize in academic excellence, Maruk Malik. For second prize in English, Analia Cuevas Ferreras. And finally, for first prize in English, Abigail Oliver. Now the reason why we're all here. Assistant Principal Mrs. Elizabeth York will make the announcement of the graduates. These diplomas will be presented by members of the Attleboro School Committee. I would ask Chairman Tyler to please come forward at this time to present the first diplomas.
Jonathan James Gyra. Zoe Alexis Parker. Analia Milades Cuevas Ferreras. Robert Stephen McCluskey. Abigail Rose Oliver. Julia Christine Berg. Anthony Joseph Peter Casadonte. Shelby Elizabeth Cuddeback. Keith Michael Drucker. Tyler James Fernandez. Emily Patricia Haynes. Joseph Harrison Kelly. Diana Elizabeth Lum. Taylor Beverly Larson. Maruk Malik. Morgan Rose Martini. Michaela Zoe Medeiros. Ryan Patrick Murray. Matthew Brian Nordberg. Oladipo Olanrewaju Olaogan. Ryan Stephen Papagiris. Bridget Kelly Prue. Jared Patrick Ritchie. Oscar Stephen Ruiz. Amanda Marie Schramm. Allison Marie Standley. Emma Isabella Cesny. Laura Catherine Vincent. Kelsey Patrice Wagner. Samir Muhammad Yusuf. Ziad Ghassan Abdallah. Crystal Ann Adams. Joshua Scott Adams. David Aliazar Aguirre. Andrew Mark Ahern. John Travis Alden. Jasmani Luis Felipe Alicea. Adrian Amalcar Amatruda. Mr. Tyler, would you step back? Dr. Durkin, would you present the next diploma? Ryan Xavier Andrade. Thank you. Allison Martha Andrews. Kamoy Jazeen Massam Andrews. Katarina Elizabeth Andrews. Samantha Jean Annecy. Kyle Richard April. Brandon Fred Arone. Haley Caroline Arsenault. Megan Louise Aspinwall. Adam Sean Bakayaki. Roberto Antonio Baez. Sean Patrick Bailey. Shannon Colleen Bamberry. Taisha Lima Baptista. Thomas Stephen Barrett, Jr. Mallory Blake Barth. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Dr. Durkin, would you like to present the next diploma? Dania Carolina Barzola Monte. School Committee Member Barbara Craw, would you please join us? Tyler Aston Bastow. Corey Allen Beaupre. Brianna Nicole Beauvais. Anthony John Bement. Jason Austin Bennett. Bernadette Rachel Benoit. Aliana Laksamana Bercier. Natalie Marie Berg. Serena Joy Betancourt. Kaylin Ann Bishop. Sarah Marie Blackwell. Treya Luna Butterfly Blair. Danielle China Pamela Bone. Veronica Vera Boo. Brittany Boucher. Amanda Dorothy Boudreau. Joseph Christian Bazo. Matthew Stephen Bernard. Joshua Michael Brogan. Mary Elizabeth Brule. Emily Rose Berry. Catherine Lynn Bushy. Ryan James Burns. Frank John Cadle. John Huntley Caffin. Kayla Monique Camara. Alexi Matthew Cardona. Elizabeth Amber Carley. Paul Anthony Camyata Carosi Primes. Mia Marie Cariulo. Morgan Elizabeth Casali. Philip Nelson Case. Jordis Joel Castro. Christopher Anthony Catry. Jared Michael Chaput. Bethany Marie Sharon. Kristen Lynn Sharon. Matthew William Chartier. Brandon Michael Cheney. Christina Chokbengbong. Jose Alberto Cintron. Megan Lois Sereno. Malik J. Clark. Jordan William Coburn. Haley Morgan Colbert. Ashlyn Victoria Collins. Frida Mary Collins. Angela Grace Cook. Nicholas Daniel Corbett. Thomas Lee Corrigan. Brittany Nicole Corsi. Thank you, Mrs. Craw. Would School Committee Member David Murphy please join us? Julie McClellan Costello. Rochelle Lynn Cody. Kayla Lynn Coyle. Justin Nicholas Croato. Alexander Philip Crory. Sean Francis Curran. Nicholas Paul DaCosta. Tongpu Jeremiah Dom. Jonathan Edward Davies. Colton John Davis. Dylan Damian Diamaral. Ariana Joy DeBarros. Jeremy Michael DaCosta. Nicholas Michael Demers. Thomas Joseph DePippo. Danielle Nicole DeRose. Zachary Allen Dragon. Eric Charles Drummy. Clarissa Rebecca Gonzalez Dumais. Alexander William Dumoulin. Brandon Richard Dumoulin. Christine Marie Dunkley. Caitlin Veronica Dunphy. Abraham Ahmed Eid. Jasmine Elizabeth Ellis. Sophia El Masri. Nevin Thomas Asparian. Amanda Lynn Ethier. Matthew Henry Farmer. Katie Lynn Ferdinand. Cassandra Lee Ferreira. Kelsey Margaret Filer. Matthew Thomas Finn. Kelsey Lynn Fitzpatrick. James Edward Flaherty. Armani David Isidoro Flores. Nicole Flores. Isabel Mackenzie Flynn. Courtney Ann Foley. Hannah Oriza Fontaine. Matthew David Forrest. Cody Joseph Freeman. Hannah Lee Fritz. Elena Alexandra Galindo. Kelsey Nicole Gallant. Alexandra Lee Gamache. Suzanne Sophie Gammer. Malik Garrow Emmanuel. Megan Louise Gates. Jacob Michael Gaudet. Stephanie Marie Gentile. Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Mrs. Zito, would you join us on the stage? Desiree Regine Glidden. Gregory Robert Glynn. Joshua Sean Gordon. Devin Patrick Gorman. Grant Roy Gorman. Brant Anthony Greenleaf. Megan Pearl Grieve. Samantha Haley Guinan. Andrew Salvatore Galino. Stephanie Nicole Gulliver. Alexa Ryan Gustafson. Samya Habib. Daniel Robert Hahn. Kyle Robert Halbin. Richard Allen Hall. Jared Austin Harris. Sean Allen Harvey. Eric Mark Hazelton. Lindsay Morgan Hawes. Cassandra Jean Hayden. Benjamin Bradley Heller. Brandon Retzme Hem. Ryan James Henry. Samuel Mendez Hernandez. Logan Ryan Higgins. Brandy Ann Horde. Brianna Lee Hochwater. Stephen Robert Hogan. Carissa Teal Holden. Ryan Matthew Holsky. Brian Jacob Horan. Anissa Lynn Horton. Madison Elizabeth Houle. Tiffany Sherilyn Hoyt. Denise Nancy Saulnier Iadonisi. Kyle James Jackson. Carolina Jessica Janik. Andrea Marie Jenny. Mr. Tyler, would you rejoin us for one, please? Then you have one more. Oh, I have one? Yeah, Mr. Tyler's going to do one, then you do one more. Alexandria Grace Jensen. Megan Ann Joyle. Thank you, Mrs. Zito. Mrs. Furtado, would you join us? Louis Frederick Cass. Thank you, Mrs. Furtado. We'll have you back in a minute. Mr. Ken Parent, would you join us, please? James Michael Kelly. Chad Michael Keniston. Samantha Grace Cairns. Amelia Adrian LaCourse. Catherine LaDuke. Christina Elizabeth Lum. Kevin Patrick Lamond. Alexis Sierra Lapointe. Alan Jean Laurent. Allison Lavoy. Nicholas Jean Lavoy. Paula Lucia Leal Funes. Kelsey Lee LeBlanc. Mackenzie Nicole Leak. Zachary Adam Lafort. Kevin Joseph Ledger. Dylan James Lemaistri. Nicholas Daniel Lentini. Rachel Amber Lentz. Austin James Levesque. Jessie Lynn Levis. Lindsay Maria Lima. Michaela Louise Lombardi. Daisy Tamila Lopez. Diana Carmina Lopez. Yetzali Fajelis Lopez Rosario. Madison Ray Lozansky. Justin Michael Lucier. Kimberly Lucier. Dominic Jacob Machado. Samantha Pamela McGakian. Peter Luke Magliozzi. Andrew Michael McGuire. Sydney Alexandra Marchand. Jeffrey Scott Marcure. Cody Joseph Martinez. Jessica Lee McAllister. Caitlin Ann McCarran. Brittany Beth McCasland. Kelsey Rose McCauley. Margaret Farrell McCrossan. Shannon Ann McCullough. Ryan Patrick McElroy. Giovanna Catherine McField. Colleen Marie McNulty. Brittany Diane Meadis. Brandon Boren Men. Naima Cassandra Mendes. Shauna Jean Meninga. Alyssa Nicole Mercer. Thank you, Mr. Parent. Okay, Mrs. Furtado. Thank you. Cameron Joseph McKenzie. Jacqueline Amanda Middleton. Casey Alexander Milne. Bethann Hope Milton. Tala Beg Mirza. Allison Beverly May Monahan. Ashley Dianira Montalvo. Meredith Amber Patricia Moreau. Caitlin Ann Morell. Jake Mackenzie Mulcahy. William Tyrell Murray. Nadia Munib Nassar. Alex Nazar. Caitlin Francella Netherly. Melissa Tuet Wien. Tao Nguyen. J. Francis Norton. Katrina Lynn Ogden. Paul Jones Oliveira. Jordan Marshall Palermo. Justine Miranda Palermo. Samuel Robert Luke Paquette. Curtis Kenneth Parker. Kevin Nitin Kumar Patel. Tushar Magan Patel. Monica Jasenia Perdomo. Alyssa Bell Pereira. Zachary John Pereira. Alyssa Carolyn File. Andrew Pham. Noah Thomas Phelps. Ashley Brianna Phipps. Marissa Plant. Tyler Joseph Pompey. Spencer Lexington Powell. Kayla Marie Presbury. Haley Renee Prue. Ashley Marie Provenzel. Ashley Nicole Randant. Jonathan Wesley Redding. Devin Rose Connor Reynolds. Patrick Daniel Rice. William Christopher Ringler. Austin Robert Robichaud. Alyssa Lee Robinson. Brianna Joy Robitaille. Catherine Sophia Roca. Kimberlyn Joy Roach. Juan Rodriguez. Sean Patrick Rogers. Joseph David Rosa. Lindsay Irene Roy. Paulo George Salguero Jr. Thank you, Mrs. Furtado. Mr. William Larson, will you join us, please?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Sorry, I messed up earlier. That's all right. Christopher Lloyd Sally. Chunli Sam. Rubina Havabai Sameja. Charles Edward Sampson. Amanda Lynn Santos. Tal Sar. Jeffrey Lloyd Sargent. James Mark Schulteis. Michaela Lee Seaman. Gina Nicole Semple. Victoria Ann Semple. Danielle Marie Sharples. Megan Elizabeth Sheehan. Kelsey Lee Shepard. Zachary David Silva. Alexandria Jean Smith. Trevor James Smith. Chinny So. Jennifer Elizabeth Sosa. Anthony Alexi Soto. Jonathan Jose Spranger. Ivy Victoria Stanley. Jeffrey Wayne Still Jr. Paige Marie Sumner. Matthew Richard Silvestri. Samantha Pereira Tavares. Amy Nicole Tedesco. Jessica Ann Texera. Kirsten Chelsea Terrian. Brianna Emily Thorpe. Kelly Sophie T. Cameron Michael Titus. John Titus. Kyle Titus. Andrew Paul Tosco. Kevin William Tosco. Ryan Nicholas Torngren. Coriolis Thais Torres. Connor Scott Tully. Jillian Rose Tully. Sophie Tum. Alex Christopher Tundell. Belkis Areli Urrutia Amaya. Amber Elizabeth Valancourt. Adi Jose Vidal. Samantha Lynn Vieira. Christopher John Viveros. Shanley Kit Walker. Jessica Bernadette Wall. Nicole Lynn Warren. Sebastian Slater Wasmer. Sarah Webb. Alexis Kiana Werner. Samantha Ray Whitney. John Elijah Willard. Samantha Lee Winook. Madeline Charlotte Wood. Adam Richard Woodhead. Erin K. Woodhead. Anya Katrin Wooten. Caitlin Danielle Wright. David Leroy Yarbrough. DJ Young. Samantha Rose Zabel. Thank you, Mr. Larson. Dr. Durkin, we'd like you to present the final diploma. Robert Edward Zielinski.
Please be seated. Before the certification of the graduates, I would like to first thank our partners, AACS, the Sun Chronicle, the Attleboro Patch, and Attleboro's own OIT department. To our parents, guests, and family members, we ask for you to please remain in your seats until the students have exited the gym. Students will meet their friends and families in the B1 cafeteria. Dr. Durkin, based on the recommendation of our faculty here at Attleboro High School, I stand here before you to present the class of 2013. They are deserving of all the benefits, pleasures, and responsibilities that this diploma represents, and they await your certification.
Ready? Okay. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Attleboro School Committee, I hereby recognize that all graduates here today have met all legal and state requirements. I now declare you graduates of Attleboro High School in the year 2013. Graduates, if you still have a cap,
Please move your tassel from the right to the left, signifying that you have graduated from Attleboro High School. Congratulations.